Osiris was known as the dying god, the god of the dead and the ruler of the Underworld. He was killed by his brother Seth, magically brought back to life by his sister/wife Isis. Thus Osiris is the god of resurrection. When a dead pharaoh is prepared by the priest for eternal life, they believe that the pharaoh would be made one with Osiris, resurrected into spiritual life with Osiris. And the ritual preparation of the body lasted for the length of time that the star Sirius was thought to be in the underworld. Ancient Egypt, concepts of life after death. My name's Salam Peace, and you're listening to HotConflict.com. And as you know, this is the strangest story you've ever heard, but I don't really know what's going on, and I don't really care what all these concepts are about. Somebody sent out the message. I don't care who the lions are. I don't care about Osiris. Tell them my father isn't dead yet, and you can't have him. I'm not letting him go. But see, I'm trying to keep my thoughts straight, because really, that's crazy. Who can control life and death? Life and death is only up to the Lord Most High. I can't go crazy. I can't start thinking about a war. I don't even know what's going on. Maybe this is all a distraction. Maybe this is about that guy. That guy in the cave? I mean, we say we believe in all these different fundamentals, and we talk about fate and destiny, and I keep thinking I'm supposed to be taking care of my father, and I want to take care of my father, and what do I got to do to serve my father? And here I am, I'm in India now, and oh, brothers and sisters, this is going to be a little bit graphic, but everybody who knows the truth has got to understand. I'm there cleaning my father, wiping him, going through his shit. You have to understand the reality of the truth, brothers and sisters, because there are those who think that they know. There are those who claim to be spiritual, enlightened, those who claim to be in service of others. But then certain acts are beneath them. My father would say, as I quote, "If you want to find a diamond, you got to dig through a pile of shit." Quote. And so there I am, in India, taking care of my father, cleaning his bedpans, doing everything I can, and trying to get out of the situation. I'm thinking to myself, is this what destiny is about? I mean, I keep thinking to myself, I need to take care of my father, and, I've not really been that good of a son. I've been traveling all over the world, searching for the truth, and thinking, I'm so wise, looking for it and studying, and really I should just be a better son taking care of my father, and wondering how to take care of my father. Now that the time comes where I get to come back home and be around my father and benefit from his wisdom, he decides to take a trip, and now I'm at his bedside. Just like that guy in the story. Maybe everything else is a distraction. I just got to focus on taking care of my father. That's it. Let's get on the plane. Let's travel. Let's get out of here. It's December 31st, 1999. I'm in Toronto, Canada. I finally got back with my dad and my mom on a plane. My father's barely breathing well. His heart's still partially functioning, and he's not dead. He's alive. This, quite frankly, brothers and sisters, is the longest time I've ever been away from my wife. I can remember calling my wife New Year's Eve from Toronto, calling her in Houston, and she's telling me in Houston how her and my sister are out that day trying to get groceries and extra supplies and material because it's Y2K and the world's about to end and everybody's freaking out. so busy in my own personal drama that I can't deal with the fact that the world's ending. My world's in its own apocalyptic situation. Forget about everyone else. It's every man for himself right now. My dad stays in hospital for a few days in Canada and recuperates and gets to a little bit of better situation. He's still having a hard time breathing, and he's got a little bit of extra fluid in his lungs, but he's not dead. He's alive. A few weeks go by in Canada, and we finally go from Toronto down to the States, because you see, the thing is, my father is a Canadian. I'm living in the States, and my father didn't have insurance. So now I'm in the States with my dad, and I'm trying to figure out how to get insurance for him, and he's got what is clearly a pre-existing condition, and we're not really sure what to do, but we live in Houston, and the situation is just a mess. People are calling, family visiting, everybody asking, how is he? Is he okay? He had a heart attack. Did he die? No, he didn't die. He's alive. Thank God. Alhamdulillah. We're telling everybody. In my own mind, I'm thinking, just barely. A few weeks go by in Houston. His lungs start to get more filled with liquid. He's having a really hard time breathing. I remember running out to go to the store to go buy one of those mechanical beds, because I'm thinking, what can I do? Money's not an issue. I'll buy anything. I go buy one of those expensive beds to try and get him so that he can sleep sitting up, because we're propping like a dozen pillows behind him just to keep his lungs elevated so he can partially breathe. And I'm out buying a bed and waiting for the Gallery Furniture, Houston, Texas, to deliver. A little plug there, since we're from the Lone Star State. They deliver on the same day, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? By the time I get home with the delivery guys and everything, my dad's situation is so bad that we're saying that's it. He needs to go to the hospital. This is too much. They're just having too hard of a time even breathing, and I'm in such a troubled situation because now everything about my life is taking care of my father, and that's the only thing I can think of. And I'm trying to decide mentally, do I fight to keep him alive, or do I resign myself to the hands of fate? And what is this all about, studying fate and destiny, when it really counts? You still have no idea what's happening. Take him to a doctor, he recommends admitting him to the hospital. He needs to have his lungs drained, and they're draining the fluid from his lungs, and they're keeping him in for observation, and the doctor's telling me, he's got a really bad situation. His heart's not beating properly. His arteries are still clogged. Too much this, too much that. And, I know you don't have insurance, and what are you planning to do? And that type of situation, and it's a little messy. Doctor's suggesting, it doesn't look like he really has a long time. His situation is really deteriorated. Recommends calling all the family in, saying their last, goodbyes. Maybe you should think about it. We all gather in the hospital that night. The whole family, my dad's older brother, a little bit of kids, grandkids, whatnot. Everybody says their salams and whatnot and goes home. I remember driving back thinking with my mom, this is really not a good situation. What are we going to do? We pull up to the house, pull into the driveway, walk in the front door. As I'm walking to the front door, put down the keys, cell phone rings. The doctor says, listen, your father just died. We had to resuscitate him. He coded. You gave us the do not
resuscitate order. We resuscitated him. His situation, you need to get it back to the hospital. Just come back right now. Come back right now. So I drive back, get back to the hospital. You know, the crash cart's there. The nurses are working on him. He's not conscious. He's shaking around kind of, and they've started tying him down, and they've got the monitor on him, and the doctor's explaining to me he coded. He wasn't conscious. We gave him shock. We resuscitated him. Now he's back breathing. He's on the ventilator machine. The ventilator's pumping for him. And this is the situation. We're not sure what you want to do. He's on the machine right now, and we're going to have to figure out what to do next and hopefully monitor him through the night. And it doesn't look good. And so there we are. This is that moment, brothers and sisters. My father's no longer conscious. They've strapped him down, tied his arms and legs, tubes, wires, machines pumping for his heart. He's no longer the man that he was just a few months ago or even a few moments ago. Half hour, hour and a half goes by. It's starting to get almost midnight. Family's all there, and I start telling everybody, you know, there's not much we can do. Because what has there been to do? I have been sitting next to my father's bed while he's not conscious, in that state, in that limbo between life and death. And what is my responsibility as the whole family is debating what they should do, what is the next decision, the worrying, the crying? My only responsibility is one very simple thing. Do I truly serve my father in this situation when he is on his deathbed and I am his son sitting next to his bed? And what is the only service that is acceptable at this time? La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Hour after hour after hour. Lakkinu mawtakum. La ilaha illallah. Those who are on their deathbed, recite over them. There is only one God. There is only one God. A few hours go by, I tell the family, Lord only knows how long his state could be like this. You all should go home. I'll stay here. This is my job. The family realizes it's probably true, right? I mean, my mom already knows. Me and her have been doing this for months now already, right? Days and weeks have gone on, and the situation continues to be what it continues to be. My father doesn't come to, and I spend the whole night there in the hospital. La ilaha illallah, until a late night and just sitting with my head on the bed rail. My father's totally strapped down, arms, legs, can't move. I fall asleep there in the room. The next thing I remember, wake up. Wake up. Beta? Hey, kiddo. Did you pray Fajr? What? I look up. My father's there. He's looking at me. He looks at the clock. He says, did you pray Fajr? Did you pray the morning prayer? I look around. The sun's already up. It's a new day. The sun's came up. And my dad's starting to try and get off the bed and move his arms as if he's going to get from the bed to go to the bathroom or something, or try to get off the bed. And I say,
Wait, don't move, don't move.